What up, legends? I told you I might be, a few months ago, I told you I might be back with the long-term review on the wax system that I moved to. As you saw in my previous video, in my first video when I changed my chain and I moved to wax, I only used drip wax and I've been using drip wax ever since. But the problem is that I felt that I only need to top up the chain like every 200k or something like that and re-wax the chain every like 1200k. But in actuality I have to re-wax the chain or top up the drip wax on the chain like every 100k. Even at 50, 60k I can hear the chain like losing its wax on it. From the sound I can hear it like I can hear metal. But in order to combat that, let me show you guys. I have the boom. I'm moving to the real deal, and that is hot wax. Now, I got these wax pellets that are from Silka just because I want them to go hand in hand with the drip wax, which is also from Silka. And I got myself a wax heater, wax melter, whatever you want to call it. Plain and good. Let me show you here. As you can see my chain, let me focus. All right, see? Wax apparently doesn't like or doesn't adhere that well to painted chains. And as you can see my chain, half of it has normal links and half of it has painted links in black. After hot waxing this chain, I will still have to reapply or top off the wax with drip wax every 100k like I'm doing it now. The solution will definitely be getting a new chain with no paint on the classic chain, simple chain. But I got this chain just because it had this black links which matches my bike, so it looked cool. You know, you have to rock the drip. No, you have to rock the drip. Okay, let me start the app. Let me stop yapping that much, and let me start applying some hot wax on this chain and see how it goes. Goodness, Lord have mercy. All right, welcome back to my workshop, which is an open space in my living room. I'm gonna use a fairly clean microfiber cloth, and the first step, what I'm gonna do with this cloth is like just try to remove the base layer of the remaining wax and dirt that it got from the road, okay? So nothing complicated. This will be like the first step. So with my handy dandy pliers, as you can see, I'm gonna remove this quick link. All right. Whoop. There we go. Let me get the other part. Lord! Okay. The chain is off. The next step that I'm going to do is like boiling some water. Now, why am I boiling water? Why will I put the chain in boiling water? The answer is simple. You will see when I will start waxing the chain that I will put a quantity of wax inside the pot, and the remaining, once the chain is waxed, the remaining wax will stay in there. So it is important that I will put my chain in that wax fairly clean, because all that dirt, gunk, mud, oils from the road will actually contaminate the wax. So each time I put the chain dirty, it will contaminate it more and more and more. So what I want to do is minimize that contamination as much as possible. So by hot boiling it, you will see all the wax, the remaining wax on the chain and the dirt come off of it, and it will be like fairly clean. You don't have to do this step. You can if the chain is fairly clean, it's relatively clean, you can put it straight into the wax. But I like to minimize the contamination as much as possible. Let's clean this chain thoroughly. When boiling it, I'm using this makeshift wire, which I got from a cable. You can use whatever. You can use even a coat hanger. So let me arrange the chain here. I am improvising, by the way, so. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is like this. Watch this. I'm gonna make like something like this and something like this maybe, and there we go, we got it. Here comes the boiling water. All right. I'm gonna agitate this. And I'm gonna leave it like this for around a few minutes, just to make sure. Like already I can see dirt sticking to here. You can see it, but it's like here on the edge. I'm agitating the chain just to make sure it's thoroughly, as much as possible, clean. So for now I'm gonna leave it like that and come back in a few minutes. A few minutes have passed. I'm gonna take the chain and I'm gonna show you what's left in the water. Hold on. You can see maybe inside the water, like already dirt. This is what I'm gonna do, like. Look how much dirt already is on the rag. Okay, what I'm gonna do is like leave it to dry up for a few hours. I'm gonna leave it to dry up for a few hours and maybe blow dry it a little bit. This, until the chain dries up. Let me figure out how this wax melter works. I got the wax melter here. A two-sided page manual. We got a display here. We got this. Let me check if I can fit this in here. All right. So it kind of does fit. I don't know if you can see it. So I will fill it up with wax up until here, and it will stay like this. Okay, so that's a good thing. You can get whatever wax melting stuff or wax melting device you want. I got this, and this is for like fashion and skincare. So I got this one just because, I don't know, for whatever reason, if a device like this, a bicycle or a cycling brand puts its name on it, it should be like 3 times more expensive. It doesn't make any sense. This was like 30 bucks. If you're on a budget like me, this one with like around 30 bucks would suffice just perfectly. The temperature will show here, but because I will not know whether the temperature is like in this area, it shows the temperature here, or inside the pot, I bought this baby. Well, I got a electronic thermometer. So this way I know, because apparently the wax should be at a specific temperature, in this case 75 degrees Celsius. I'm gonna put this in and check the temperature. If it matches the one on the display, then it should be perfect. This was like 3 bucks. So 30 with 3, around 33 bucks, which is perfect. And it saved me a lot of money. Now, I'm gonna test this wax melter with water. I'm not gonna test it with wax, but until the chain dries up, I'm gonna give this a test with some water. All right, guys. So around 2 hours have passed. and we're about to start with the wax pellets. So let me plug this baby in. All right, and as I saw with water, we're gonna start it. We're gonna put it at the round. So in order to speed things up, we're gonna put it at, I don't know if you can see it, 105. There we go, you can see it. Perfect. Okay, that's done. There we go. So we got some where's the camera? Yeah, wax pellet. Right, so let's dump half of this pellets in here. Okay. I don't know if you can see, but they're like sliding. It's like very nice. Now, I'm gonna put the lid on so it can heat up quicker. And once the wax is melted and it got to 75 degrees, remember, here it shows 74, but it's not in the pot, it's like still warming up. So I think it will take around half an hour. So I'm gonna be back once the temperature is at the correct amount, and I'm gonna beep the chain then. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. So, bam. Now, the entire wax is melted. As you can see, it's liquid. Okay, let's start the thermometer. And here it's at 83. I set it now to 75. So I started with 105 degrees. And as I was saw that the wax was melting, I reduced the temperature by 5 or 10 degrees. And now it's at 75. It will go down. So let's see what's the temperature here. So 28. I'm 74. I'm okay with this. So this is an okay temperature. Okay. God help us. Here we go. In case, oh my goodness. Why? All right. Let's see if I can somehow. Okay, I think I need more pellets. I feared this might happen. So in this case, what I am gonna do is like drop in more pellets. Okay. And I'm gonna increase the temperature like 90. Okay. And I'm gonna use my screwdriver to disperse everything. All right, see you in about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna stir it here constantly. It's almost done. It stayed almost 20 minutes. I want. What? It dripped? Just a little bit? Okay. I want to stay for only 10, but I topped off the wax because it was not enough, but now everything is submerged. Everything is good. I improvised this, was holding my phone. Now I'm holding my phone. So now I'm gonna take it out. It's around 71, 72 degrees, which is perfect. If it's between 65 and 75, it's just enough. Now I'm gonna pick it up. Now I'm gonna let it drip a little bit, like this. See if I can like, no, hang it, just like that. Now I'm gonna close this, boom. It's off. Now this will stay like this for around 10 minutes. And yeah, that should be it. And after that we are going to, let me see it like this if you can see it. Okay, the bike is here. No chain. As you can see, ooh. Okay. Alright, see you back in 10 minutes. The chain has cooled off. You can see it's like a block of metal. What I'm gonna do is like undo this. Let me straighten this up. And I will try to take out, I will loosen each one of these links, which apparently is a little bit more difficult than I thought. And yeah, I'm gonna do this with every link and come back when I'm at the end, because I don't want to bore you with stuff like this. Okay. And what's left here on the on the paper towel, I'm gonna dump it right in here back, and as you can see, it's solid right now. It's at 49 degrees. It's cooling off. Let's mount the chain. First I'm gonna put it on the and of course it jumped off. All right, there we go. Good morning. Hold on a second. 7:30 in the morning. This is the next day. I had to stop the recording last night because it took so long to do this filming of the hot waxing, but I managed to do it. And now that it's a natural light outside, let me show you how the chain looks on the bike. So I managed to break in the links, and as you can see, hold on. See? But it's still flaky, it's still flaky. I managed to spin it a few times on the bike, but I'm trying to avoid any movement right now of the chain, so I will not dirty up my carpet. Yeah, this is how it looks. And one quick pro tip: do not, I repeat, do not. I have a KMC chain. I don't know if this applies to Shimano as well. On my KMC chain, I didn't wax the quick link, and still I had difficulties in mounting the quick link. Why? Because the end links, which the quick link latches onto, had wax on the outside. So the quick links couldn't get close to each other. So I had to scrape off the wax right on the spot where the quick links go into those to latch onto each other. So yeah, do not wax your quick link, and make sure you're clean those end links, because look, I even hurt myself. I'm hurt on the other hand as well. Probably be able to test it today. I'm gonna do probably a 40K, and I'm gonna give you feedback how it feels compared to the drip wax that I've been using from the get-go after I moved to the wax-based system. All right. Without further ado, I'm gonna go eat something because I'm hungry, and probably a coffee, because why not? See you on the trails. All right, that's it. Tested the hot wax. And all I can say, I just did a 30K. I pretty pushed the pace, the wind was pretty tough. And I am pretty content. Like, the sound was pristine from the beginning till the end. And let me show you the difference on the chain here. So you can see flakes, there are still flakes on the chain, but okay, like, these are the flakes, but they're like very solid. See, like, it's nothing on the chain. Usually when I moved to the drip wax, and I just used drip wax from the beginning, like, for some reason the wax, right, even after 30-40K, it started like falling off and it felt more liquid. I'm gonna be honest. Even though I respected the instructions and I kept the wax 24 hours after applying to evaporate all the water and remained only the wax, it still flaked and fell off. And after 30-40K, it started to squeak. The chain started to feel like bare. But now, with this, the hot wax feels much more solid. It's still on the chain. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall off, even though it's flaky, but it's still there on the chain. So that is the main difference. That is a big difference. I think this is the solution. But up until now, everything is good. Everything is solid. I will see if after another, let's say 170K, 200, if I have to apply only then or I have to apply sooner. The process was pretty non-messy. So I do not regret moving from oil-based back a few months ago to waxing, and now to better understanding the waxing system and going from drip wax to hot wax. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this video. If so, leave a comment below if you tried a different method. How did yours work? And leave a like and subscribe if you can. And tell others, don't be selfish. Until next time, until the next adventure, there's one thing I will have to say. Peace out, and see you in the next video.